Entrepreneurship is huge for our rural areas.
Basically, Nebraska is entrepreneur.
Small businesses are really the lifeblood of the rural towns.
Well, most of the jobs in the most rural parts of Nebraska come from small entrepreneurship. It's people creating their own job by starting a small business. Rural people are entrepreneurial. People who live in rural Nebraska to a great extent grew up in families that were entrepreneurial. They're hardworking folks who know how to take initiative, who typically are well educated. And so we have the resources in rural Nebraska, entrepreneurial people with the background they need to make entrepreneurship work. And it is the one strategy that has consistently worked.
Well, this restaurant has been here since 1992. Our specialty is Mexican food, and the main dish it's the fajitas. We got beef, chicken, pork, and shrimp fajitas. We do enchiladas, burritos, tacos, but also we got like hamburgers, we got steaks, we got seafood, and our food is good. It's great food. I always eat here, even if after 13 years being around, every day eat here, and it don't get tired. I mean, and if I don't want rice and beans today, I can have salad, fries, or other vegetables. So we got a big menu. So there is a lot to pick. There is no way that you can live and say I don't find something for me. I think that's the key also in our service. All our servers are really good. Our staff have been with us since I've been working, so we got a really good people, and that makes a big difference.
Good people in this state. Great place to do business.
We have the best people.
People here are honest, they're hardworking. They work with you. Most times when people enter into a retail environment, they're looking at one specific thing. Generally, it's price point. Let's just go in there and grab it and go on the way. There's no chance to really befriend them and have a relationship there. I do not find that to be the case here in this state with the business owners that I'm familiar with. The customer comes in and you have the opportunity there to build a friendship.
And a lot of it is because of the networks that you can build. The networks on the statewide level that are above and beyond what you would expect.
Small businesses are a key part of all of our industry base in the state of Nebraska. They create a lot of jobs, they provide investment, and they're especially important in our rural communities because they offer people choices that maybe they can't find in some of those rural communities. They offer new alternatives for creating their own lifestyle to give people choices, and they also let people find something they're very passionate about. And you don't always find that when you're working for corporate America. And so small business gives people something to really be passionate about, something they can call their own, and really becomes part of their blood.
I was never, ever in the photography business. I'm in the memory business. And I've never forgot that. From the days I first started doing camera repairs, I always was taught, make sure that camera works because you never know when that's the last time those pictures will be taken. And so I've taken that very seriously. So when people come to the counter with that frustration, I would do my best to help them at the counter figure it out. And over time, I was finding that there was enough time being spent at the counter that maybe I should look a little further. And my wife basically woke me up and said, hey, Alan, you always wanted to be a full-time dad, full-time husband? Let's shift gears. Got to check, make sure the soldering is good on it. Do you see the solder points? Okay, how about on the black connector? Is it okay? Mm-hmm. Good solder points? So we did that 7 years ago, and I started my business out of my home. So actually I had quite an advantage because I already knew what the quantity of repairs were coming in. It wasn't like I was going at it cold turkey, and it's blossomed to the point where it's at right now. We had just moved to this new location here in Kearney, and basically the mindset was the business we had pushed us out of the house. We were tired of sitting in front of the TV Indian style because we had no room on the kitchen table. So we decided we would branch out and expand, plus I needed help. I was finding I wasn't getting as much work done as I needed because of answering the phones, emails, walk-in clients. I just needed time at the bench. So in moving over here to this new location, I wanted it to afford me the opportunity of having an employee to help me out. It also would expand our hours that were open, because on top of that, I also teach classes on how to operate your camera throughout the state. And it gave me a ton of credibility. In the process of doing that, I was very fortunate that we were in the digital age. People were in the email, and as part of the roster, I would get people's emails. So using that as marketing as far as word of mouth through teaching the classes has been extremely handy. I see myself in the future of having a franchise of camera stores, hence the name Nebraska Camera. I just see this as an opportunity to help a lot of other people grow in whatever dreams that they have, and also help out Nebraska as a whole. You know, Nebraska Camera, I could see several stores being opened up in the not too distant future.
I am a huge believer that we have to grow our own.
Let's just grow what we have and continue to thrive and be the best that we can be.
Success breeds success. We think starting with the entrepreneurs is the best place to start in terms of hopefully seeing growth in those towns.
But if we grow our own, those are people that have a vested interest in our community. They're people that are there because they want to be there. That's maybe where they were raised, that's the environment they want to raise their children. And so growing our own businesses, that's our best opportunity to keep our rural communities alive.
I've been in business, this is my 3rd year. I do immigration forms, personal income tax. I do translations. I'm a notary, so I can notarize letters, or if they need me to translate for birth certificate, marriage certificate, whatever, I translate and then I notarize. I mean, this is something that I really wanted to do, you know, always wanted to do this. I just didn't have the chance and the opportunity, so the opportunity came to me and I took advantage of it. Probably in 2 years from now, once I get my degree from my business administration, hopefully open my own business outside of the home. I'm very happy to have my own business, and I really enjoy that life that I'm living right now, you know. Very happy to be able to have my own business and go to college and everything, and I appreciate, you know, the people that has been choosing me and giving me the opportunity and chance to help them. And hopefully, you know, I mean, I'm growing really fast, more than I thought I was going to be, which that makes me feel really good. And hopefully I'm going to keep growing.
The Hispanic businesses are growing. We are very entrepreneurial, but we don't have the access to services in our own language. Hispanic Business Center was created with the purpose of offering Spanish services to Spanish-speaking people in Nebraska. The project started 3 years ago, and we focused on 3 different communities. That was Scottsbluff, Schuyler, and South Sioux City. We did offer business trainings to business owners or people who were looking at starting a business.
Paychecks come, paychecks go, jobs come, jobs go. With your own business, you can go ahead and row your own boat, and if something is happening, you can do something about it and be proactive instead of having somebody else make a determination as to what your future is going to be.
I have a ladies' clothing store. We sell 3 sizes, Missy, petite, and women's. And then we do accessories and shoes. Handbags are kind of big right now. Scarves, wraps, sashes, all that kind of stuff too. Not every town our size has a store like this anymore, but there's still some. Well, I love the business, and obviously it must be a little bit niche or I'd be out of business. People that come in, they're looking for something they don't see. If they're used to shopping at a discount store, it's not there. If they're like department type stores or some of the stores you find in the city, maybe they can't get there as frequent, or they just like the uniqueness, because the brands aren't the same everywhere, and the things that I get aren't always available other places. So that gives you a niche. When we came to this store, we had room with the loft, so then we came about with the Grow Nebraska products, and that worked out well. You know, I like that we've become more of a boutique, and I think that boutique image works well. It's fashionable now, so you know, if you're going to be a fashion store, you want to be fashionable with it. And I think that the internet is still going to be a big part of that. And as we work toward getting younger customers, or even just the same age customers, they think younger and they are more computer literate and all that kind of thing. I think you have to have that type of commerce with it, and it's going to keep building in that direction.
I believe that in Nebraska, entrepreneurship is essential.
A good place to live is often a good place to do business, and I think rural Nebraska is a good place to live.
You can live here very comfortable, you can raise your kids.
You know, the camaraderie and the friendships that are made as a business owner in Nebraska are ones that you'll keep forever.
I think we are loyal to our communities.
It makes me feel good that I can do something for my community and to help other businesses and help people, and I like helping people.
You have to do your homework to get your business started.
If you get the right information, if you get close to the people that they can direct you, you can be successful.
We want our communities to thrive and to be able to grow. And if we don't take control of that, no one's going to. So it's up to us to create that opportunity to keep our communities growing and moving forward.